market is about to crash and you don't wanna be in right now, and I'll tell you exactly why in this video. I'm going to explain why the big crash is happening. I'm going to show you the similarity to 2022, and I'll tell you where you can short to make life-changing money. Okay, so first off, let's go to the weekly chart. Okay, now look at 2022. What happens here? What do? We build up liquidity here for weeks, right? So if you watched my videos before, you know how retail liquidity works. Basically, they see this pattern here, right? And we go below, we sweep below this trend line. What do retail do? They go short here, okay? Put their stuff right above there. If we go to the daily, we can see it even more clearly. This is the trend line. And we have a whole lot of liquidity here. So in this instance, we've been building up liquidity here. Double top, double top, double top, double top. So we have so much liquidity right there. And then to enforce that, we even get this breakout below. So now what does retail do? They go short. Where do they put their stop loss? At the intermediate term high, which is right there. Boom. Stopped out. Okay, so what do the banks do there? Well, banks go short. Now, we don't need to take that high out because nobody in retail has liquidity there. All the liquidity is right here. So the banks are now positioned. What do we need then? We need inducement. Do we get inducement? Yes, we do. Right there, as we break above that trend line. And then look at that. Then the crash begins, right? And then we break below this low here with power. No other way to describe it. And look at what we have right here. We have a little day worth of liquidity building. This up bullish day here, bullish close. So notice how this other day, it goes up, doesn't take that high out. So what do we leave on lower time frames? A double top. And what happens? We go up, we take this double top, and then we crash, correct? Now, let's show you the similarity to 2022 because it's frightening. It really is. So let's go to the weekly chart. What happens here? Well, we get a ton of liquidity that is built up right there. We get this double top there, this double top there, these double tops here. Actually, I'll show you in daily, it's better. So, double top, double top, double top, double top, double top. Retail go short, retail go short, retail go short, retail go short, retail go short. Retail see trend lines, they go short. We get this breakout below here. They go short. Basically, they build up a whole lot of liquidity. In fact, it's even more than in 2022. This liquidity buildup was for about 20 days more. Okay, so the banks have even more short positions here than they had the last time. So what do we get? We get this trend line here, and we break above. Inducement, retail thinking, oh, let's long, guys, let's long. But their stops right below here. And what happens? They got taken out and we start to get the move up. Where is this move heading? Do you see a similarity to 2022? Maybe some sort of up close day where we left a double top? Yeah, I do too, right there. Now look how either tomorrow, Tuesday, or on Wednesday, we go up here, we fill up the bank's positions, and we're gonna fall. Guys, we're gonna fall, and where are we gonna fall? I believe we're falling right down there. Now, we probably get a road stop there, but long-term target is initially here. And absolutely worst case scenario, we're gonna take out 2022 lows. Now, that is the worst case scenario, and that is based on the monthly chart. May need to fill up this order block here. But that's the worst case scenario, okay? But initially, we want to be looking at this low right here and this one as well. This one is the most important one to look at now, initially. Why? Because this is a order block. Now, if you don't know why, go watch my order block video, okay? Because I explain what an order block is right there. But it's more related to liquidity as well. I mean, we have a bunch of retail stops right here. Retail go long right there, but there's stops there. Retail went long here, stops here, right? I mean, I can continue, you know. But basically, we have a lot of stops here. Double bottom, stops, right? So we look out for this one here next. But the next move is going to be up here. And I'm going to show you some even more liquidity study. This is the move that was building up liquidity. What kind of move is this? So it's obviously a retail pattern. Do you see it? Right. So what happens here? Retail went long there. See that cheeky trendline breakout? They went long, stops below there, or there, but we have stops there as well. And then we continue to fall all the way down here. Right, I'm gonna tell you where you can short and make life-changing money. So I'm looking at it right above here. I don't believe I would find it peculiar if we were to go above this one here, because where is the liquidity? Well, the liquidity is right above this pattern right here. And this is the least. It is going to go here at least. But yeah, around here would be the setup. And we anticipate the setup at most likely 15:30, 15:45. The move is going to begin. I can't tell you yet which day, but probably Wednesday. But I can't tell you. Just keep an eye on this area here. And then you're going to look for some kind of inducement, preferably. And we're going to look for even more liquidity buildup around this area, because the banks are going to need so much liquidity because the fall is going to be big. Another thing to keep an eye out for is this order block right there. Why? Well, this entire move up is smart money buying. Or no, they're buying shorts, sorry. Because we're just taking out stop losses here. And same goes, in fact, for this entire move, ever since the low. So on the weekly, this is our order block right here. So we're currently in the order block, and the banks are just filling up their positions already. But they're mainly going to do it around there. And let me show you monthly as well, how clean this is. So right there is our monthly order block. Now we're going to go up just in the lower parts of this, and then we're going to fall. And this would be a monthly rejection block. I'll make a video on rejection blocks properly. But yeah, so look for your short positions right around here. Okay. Sorry, this was a bit... Oh, sorry. One final thing. I'll tell you even more about why this is a market maker sell model here, from up here. So what we're going to look for when we want to see a continuation is the way that we bottom, right? How do we bottom here? We get the double low. How did we bottom once we got this one here? This move up here, right? So here we had on the 4 hourly, we had in building up liquidity, trend lines and whatnot, building up a ton and ton liquidity. liquidity. Boom. Now, first off, we got this trend line here. Took out stops. Retail went short. Should we perhaps look at this low and this low? Because right here, retail went short as well. Put their stops right above there. Notice how we go up, sweep that, and then we fall. I'm going to show you in the lower time frame what we look for. So what we look for, this is the big pattern, right? What we're looking for is the way that we get our bottom. So look at this, how we get this double bottom, double bottom, double bottom. I mean, how much liquidity does the banks leave down here? It's basically them telling us, okay, we have liquidity down here to sweep, just so you know. So we're going to fall down here, okay? So be ready for that. That's what they're telling us when they leave all of these double bottoms, correct? It's the same right above here, right? Ahead of this fall here, one can say. Right here, they leave a double bottom. They leave on the 50-minute another double bottom, you know, and then we fall below that. So this is how you kind of anticipate the bias. The hard part is understanding which liquidity that is going to be manipulated. And that's where I go wrong sometimes too. But one time where I did get it was right here, where we... Okay, I want to ask you a question. How can we know that it's this liquidity that we're going to sweep? Pause the video 1 second, please. Right, now you pause because you're a genius, right? So we know that because look at how much of retail liquidity is there. So we get double top, we get double top, we get double top. I mean, all the double tops lead to this move here. But who in retail has their stops up there? I don't know, right? I don't see anyone having their stops there. It's even more evident on the 5-minute chart. Well, that's not 5 minutes, is it? That's 5 months. Right? Look at this move up here. This move up is purely used to take out stops from retail. From this double top there, you see? So who in retail would have their stops up there? Nobody. Okay? But they would have their stops there. That's how you know which liquidity it's most likely to sweep. And that's how I knew that we would most likely only sweep this one, and why we could go short from this area here with our stops there, safe. Another thing that strengthened that thesis, wow, that's a lot of S's, is, I mean, just the way that we build up shorts here as well. Sign of a lower time frame market maker sell model. Look at all the equal lows we're building up here, right? Equal lows, equal lows, equal lows, equal lows, right? So they're just telling us, okay, we have stops below that we're going to sweep. Be ready. That's what they're telling you when you start to see these things, okay? It's pretty scary, honestly, once, like how clear it becomes once you start looking at it from this perspective. But yeah, that's basically how you know it. So you look at where does retail have their stops, and was this move used to take out retail stops? Yes, it was. Does any in retail have stops there right now? No, they don't. Why would they? Right? Arguably, it's okay, it's these people here. Fair enough. They went short there. Then you say, hey, but you always say they break out below the trend line. Stops there. Yeah, but then what? If you think about it from the retail perspective, what do they do when they see this trend line, they see these double tops, you know? They're going to go, okay, I think I can move my stop here now because I got all these double tops protecting me. So it's illogical for price to continue higher. That's what they think. But you and I, we know that there's stops there now. So that's why we get this move here. And why we don't have to go above there, right? Because the retail's stops are already stopped up. And that's why here we don't have to go above here, because this move here, up all the way up there, that move was just used to take out retail stops. So now nobody really has stops there. So yeah, that's kind of how you know which liquidity is the most likely to be taken. So to summarize, we are anticipating this liquidity here to be taken, because retail has a lot of stops up there. Okay, trend line, where do they put their stops? Boom, up there. Double top, stops right there. Now I find it likely that we sweep this, but I can't know for sure. This, since we're so bearish, then we don't always get the major sweep. So be ready here, see how it's acting, see, are we showing signs of a new market maker sell model? Are we doing manipulative move? What time is it? When do we anticipate the move to begin? I'll tell you, it's 15:30 to 15:45. That's when we anticipate the manipulation move to begin and our setup to be formed. And you deserve that because you stayed for this long, because you're gonna work hard to learn this. I hope so. I'm gonna give you that info. That's for premium people, or premium people. That's for the ones that stuck this long with this video, because I can be a bit like go back and forth. I know that I'm trying to improve that, but I'm just doing this spontaneously. But yeah, so we don't know if they're gonna sweep this liquidity here. And yeah, from here we got a pretty big fall to anticipate. Most likely we go below here, around here. Then we see here, okay, do we have zero respect here? Do we build up zero liquidity? Okay, we move it down. Do we build up zero liquidity here? Okay, we move it down, So we gotta be flexible, but initially, let's say this old block here, right? But yeah, I hope you are prepared a bit more now than you were before, because this move is happening. And if you know what to look for, you can make life-changing amounts of money. I'm talking genuinely, you can make 100K in one day if you know what you're looking for. With 5 contracts, truly. So I hope you took notes here. If you didn't, watch it again, take notes. And because this is how the markets move, okay? Have a good day and keep learning, okay?